Welcome back to the PulpMX Fantasy Show presented by Maxxis Tire. My name is Donnie, and unfortunately, this weekend our journey comes to an end. The final race of the 31-round SMX Championship. The last chance to score fantasy points until the series reboots 3 months from now at Anaheim in January. But we're going out with a bang with the highest Championship League score, taking home a filthy Phil Nicoletti jersey this weekend. As always, I have 5 riders to keep your eye on during qualifying, tips for the FFL, weather, race day schedule, and of course, a look at my early team going into the weekend. But first, 2 new additions on the entry list. Moto Concept Honda's Mitchell Oldenburg will line up this weekend for the first time since April, taking part in the 250 LCQ, and it appears he may be being joined by Robbie Wageman in the LCQ as well. Robbie had an injury-plagued year, his first with the Bar X Suzuki squad, but the entry list has him listed with his previous squad of Team Solitaire Yamaha, so keep your eye out for what could be a very sneaky pick there. All right, let's get to the picks. As always, I have 3 riders I want you to look at, 1 guy to stay away from, and a high handicap guy. If you're looking for a flyer, 250 All-Star, don't get cute. I'm going with one of the 3 that are still racing for something, and in this case, I like Hunter Lawrence. Word on the street is that H-Law's final race on the 250 this weekend, and I'm sure he would like to go out with a bang himself. Hunter is easily the most complete and consistent rider in the class, and with Joe and Hayden also sporting low handicaps this weekend, I think Hunter is the pick of the class with his consistency and level-headedness. Another 250 guy I like this weekend is Colin Park. Last week, I had Colin as my high handicap hero, and he rewarded those who picked him with 32 points, good for 3rd in the class. But despite going 14-14 last weekend, his handicap only dipped 1, 2, and 8, and that is still a steal here. Colin is arguably even better in Supercross as he is outdoors, and the LA track will definitely fit that mold a bit better. The 67 finished as high as 7th indoors, and I don't think a top 10 would be out of the question if that Phoenix Honda could get him a great start in California. On to the 450 side, All-Star selection is the same criteria as the little class, and here I'm going with Chase Sexton. The 2023 Supercross champion comes in with 0 DNFs in 2023, and having finished in the top 2 in 70% of mains and motos this year. Although he is leaving the factory Honda squad after this weekend, Chase is a competitor, and the last thing he wants is to get beat by his teammate on equal equipment and let him take all of that momentum into 2024. So Chase is both the consistent pick here as well as the one with the most on the line. A guy that I do not like this weekend is our boy Filthy Phil Nicoletti. The 69 has an incredible few weeks of SMX, but unfortunately a 3 handicap just does not leave enough meat on the bones. Phil is obviously much better outdoors than in, and this is a more Supercross oriented track and will be a bigger test for the veteran. It is not that I don't think he can finish within his handicap, because he can, but for the same range you could have Marchbanks, Nichols, or Cianciarulo, all guys that have main event wins that Phil is lacking. Your high handicap hero comes from the 250 class this weekend, and it is Derek Kelly. It looks like the LCQ is getting boosted back to 10 with 6 of them coming through to the mains, but that shouldn't be too troublesome for Kelly, who, like Park, is arguably better indoors than he is out. Don't forget that Derek finished 6th in Glendale this year and has raced the 250 West Division every single year since his debut in 2020, so he should be set up for major success this weekend. Just like outdoors, you get 2 chances for the FFL, long start straight, big sweeping first corner, and 2 rhythms before the first finish gives a good amount of time for the cream to rise to the top, so I would stick with the big guns in the 250 class of the Star Suspects or Hunter. 450 side, Jet looks good by the numbers, but we haven't seen him pull one on a true Supercross start in the 450 class yet, so you might have to give the nod to Chase or Ken. Last week of the year, got to get risky to get those points. Weather is perfect, a nice cool high 60-degree night of racing with clear skies in every direction. Race day live kicks off at 4:30 Eastern. RotoMoto patrons will receive the enhanced cheat sheet around 8:30 p.m. Eastern, with the basic qualifying sheets going out on Twitter and Instagram around 9 p.m., an hour before the picks lock, and the gates drop at 10 p.m. Eastern, 8 Pacific. Before I show you my early team, I want to give a shout out to Maxxis Tire coming on for these extra 3 rounds so I can deliver these videos for you. You know Maxxis Tire. You know their MXST tire developed by the king of Supercross and my all-time favorite rider, Jeremy McGrath. It is the newest and most advanced tire in the Maxxis SMX lineup and features the stability, predictability, and traction that the top tiers of motocross demand. Available at your local retailer and also at motosport.com. My Thursday team has Hunter Lawrence as my 250 All-Star, Jalik Swoll at a 2, Colin Park at an 8, and Derek Kelly with a 10. 450 side is Chase Sexton for the All-Star, Adam Cianciarulo at a 3, Shane McElrath with a 9, and Big Josh Hill boasting an 11. Thanks as always for watching the PulpMX Fantasy Show presented by Maxxis Tire. My name is Donnie, and may your chiz this weekend. Remember that 8 is great, and most importantly, have fun. Good luck, y'all.